Speak.
No, speed.
Speed. Oh, hello, everyone.
Hi.
Welcome to the October 17th meeting of the Tampa Chapter New World Celts.
You need to speak up.
I said, just to kind of reiterate some information real quick before we go into introductions. If those of you who were not in attendance for our last meeting or haven't been paying attention, the Vice President Liz Jason stepped down as of officially our last meeting for personal reasons, and the position of Vice President is currently empty. So that's why you see a big empty space right there if you have one of these handy sheets. So that's being said, okay, so officer introductions. We will start with Andrew, who is Henry King. Yay.
Hi.
Secretary's Patience, who's over there. Treasurer Jerry, where you at? Oh, you're right there. Vice President, yeah. We'll call him Captain Subtlety.
And our president in good standing, Colin King, everybody.
Yes, he is standing.
And, well, no, there's no live streamers introduced because if you're watching this, we're all dead. The reality of it is we couldn't get a signal in, so you're watching this later on in our lives. So time is kind of wibbly wobbly at this point. So
Timey-wimey.
timey-wimey. So, in any case, we'll have to ask for a treasure report from the man who's handling the camera right now. How's that going to go?
Well, I could do this or this, but I'll just point it at the paper, and then that'll have the information on it. So, right now, we have a balance of, come on, focus, damn you, $2,112.49. But what that does not include is the $100 check that we received back from the deposit from the SAS Hall. Why does it not include it? Because they were morons and wrote it out to Colin, who is not on our account. Therefore, the Wells Fargo would not take the check. So, plus, we have expenses of $35, which is the amount that we're giving to somebody for putting an ad in something. I really didn't follow it, but it's what we all decided sort of to do. So that will give us a balance of $2,177.49. Now, explanation for the $35 is forthwith coming.
Did that have something to do with the that ad?
Yes.
That's exactly what it was.
I'm going to get it right now.
Okay. All right.
She's going to get it. See? She's going to get it.
Yay. Awesome. I kind of know what this is.
Well, you voted for it, so I hope so.
I didn't vote for it.
I was told that you approved it.
No, I did not.
Ah, interesting.
Is there a dance competition? Ooh, that's what it was.
Oh, wait, hold on. Here we go.
There's
Ooh,
that.
it's the Inception. It's video Inception. Or phone Inception. Chapter meeting, fell example. Does the brunette come with? Never mind, I'm sorry. Anyway,
That was the back cover of our program.
thank you.
That was
It
the
was, yes.
Tampa Bay Fair. And there was like 2 different days up in Palm Harbor and at Innisbrook, and it was the end of September.
So, for the record, no, your president did not say yay or nay on this. I understand what it's for, and I'm okay with it. But I was not, that my name is not officially recorded as saying yay or nay on that. Little lesson for New World Celts in the future. Make sure that people are supposed to be authorizing this.
Authorize it.
Authorize it. So what is our balance right now?
Our balance, after all is said and done, will be $2,177.49.
Okay. Yay. Go Team Awesome Pants. Who is that?
Will Fisher. Yep. Here, St. Pete's official. Thank you.
So, let's move along, shall we? We're going to move into past events real quickly. St. Pete All Clan Kaylee. Who was there? How'd it go?
Yeah, it went well. We covered our expenses and covered a couple of scholarships we had outstanding, including that very scholarship that we awarded on the day of Kaylee.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, it was a lot of work on the parts of the Celts that were able to make it, but also a lot of fun. And that's pretty much all I can say.
What was the turnout like?
We had, I would say, probably 40-ish. You know, not the whole time.
Right.
I would say the whole time, probably 20 of our chapters members, you know, the various chapters hanging out.
Right.
And the people on the inside of the brewery they came out, a few of them at a time. There weren't swarms of them, but they were definitely people listening. And I think a lot of it just came from people that were on the inside. So
Sure.
it was nice that the bands also contributed their tips in full to our chapter,
Cool.
which helped. Yeah, we definitely had a full cast, if you will, of musicians to fill the slots. And also their senses of humor were very helpful in, you know, not exactly having an MC for the event and, you know, keeping the humor going and the interest going in our chapters. It's good to have the musicians there. Yeah, that's something that'll be up for discussion at our meeting. Anywho.
Okay.
You did miss those that couldn't make it though.
Next up on our past events, Hurricane Irma.
I couldn't leave her out.
It kind of blew.
It did. It did. But since we brought up the sour Germanic war goddess, we would like to have a special moment here. Happy belated birthday singing to Jerry Granby, Andrew Evans, which Irma, the great and powerful hurricane, stopped us from celebrating last month. So,
Patience, Jerry, and Andrew.
No,
no, her name was not on there.
Hers was.
Oh, is it Patience too?
Oh,
All right, so.
My birthday was not that week.
So everyone raise their voices. Happy birthday to you. Whee!
happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear and Sandra and Jerry. Happy birthday to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mosquitoes got bad all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Like just
That's
oof.
big guys, too.
That's because they love my singing.
Oh, I would do it.
Are there any other previous events that we missed over the past months? No.
Not that I know of. I feel like there was still events by others.
Okay, so I am upping one of these topics now, not to sound like a downer, but it is what it is, guys. We are looking at the future of this very chapter. As I hope most of you know by now, we have elections that are coming up very soon. We have no officers or candidates to step into those positions. If that is the case, since none of the officers are running for re-election, this chapter will close. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I've been thinking of a very subtle way to state this, but there's no way to do it. One of our battle cries of this organization is Hail the Celts. I have to add an addendum only when it's convenient. This chapter needs to make a decision as of right now. I can't wait for people who are not here to join us in this. I understand people have lives, and I understand there's a lot of sacrifice involved in just even coming to these these stupid meetings. But the truth is the truth. We don't have time to fart around anymore. If people want this chapter to go on, then they're going to have to step up. And unfortunately, the very people that I am speaking to are the ones that are not here. So, with that being said, do we have anybody that is willing to take up the mantle?
What?
That's
That's
no.
We are on a video, not a live feed.
I know.
So people can't even comment on the live feed now if they wanted to.
It will be posted.
They'll be posted.
Well, can we post it right now?
How many emails have gone out that nobody's answered?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I would say probably by
All of the emails.
November 1, give people time.
So, with that being
I
said,
mean, technically by the guidelines of the World Cups, we are to give people until at least the meeting of November to run, because somebody can walk in and say, I want to run
Yeah.
on November's meeting, and
that's fine.
technically allowed.
That's fine, but we need to actually start looking at the reality of the fact that this chapter is going to close. We need to figure out where our members are going to go. We have to give them choices.
I've already done that.
We have to actually take a look at. That was the main reason why I was asking about what our balance is right now, because I think that we should do the right thing and actually donate this money to. Actually, I'm thinking several. First off, I would like to set up a one-time scholarship in the memory of Heidi, because she was a member of this chapter. A specific type of scholarship that would deal with her instrument that she loved, which I do not think that anyone in this organization has actually had, a scholarship presented to them. I want to actually take a look and maybe donate some money to the Hurley Club.
Curling Club, there's also a Clean Celtic Dancers out of Fort Myers.
Out of Fort
The
Myers.
chapter,
I mean, those are just
It's all-
options. I'm just
they've
throwing them
gotten
out
no
there.
help.
Yeah, exactly.
they're on their own. Nobody's helping them. So, I mean, if we got to change, then give it to them.
Well, I'm not gonna. My point is I don't think that money should go to waste.
No,
And
no,
I
it
think
won't.
that, if we're going to go out, we need to go out with a bang.
we will.
And yes, absolutely, we will give people until November to step up. But we have got to seriously think about this. There's no ifs or buts about it. Questions, comments?
You want to say
Concerns?
With it being basically dire straits here, I know you're going to be posting your video here shortly, and unfortunately you can't be live streaming it right now to really stress the urgency, but calling the members too. I mean, I know as officers of Dunning, we got a little lackadaisical and lazy about not calling our members, but when it came down to them needing to be at our meeting for EC elections and stressing the fact of how important nominations were, we made sure we called our list. I made sure I had a very updated list, as updated as possible, and I called people. And we actually had a few more people than we would have at the meeting.
Maybe that will be good for between now and next month's meeting.
Yeah, and again, obviously, we're going to be calling them again before the actual chapter nominations. Because the few people that I found out were not going to be in town, they at least were like, okay, thank you, we'll definitely make sure, we're there at the November meeting for the officer elections. So, again, just a thought.
Sure. We know, the unfortunate fact of this is that the people who could not be here, I know why they're not here. They've already
Yeah.
checked in. There's not that many of them. There's a couple of them that never show up anyway.
I was about to say, the sad part is the ones that I would be calling are gonna be like 3 or 4 members that I just so happen to not know who they are. That's it. Because I have 2 people on my membership list, I don't have any contact information, no email, no phone number, nothing. I have no way to contact them. I don't even know who they are. And then I have 2 people that showed up on my membership list that I'm just like, okay, they must have done some kind of festival, and then just circled Tampa because they probably live near Tampa but don't realize that that's an actual chapter. Other than that, everyone else has been pretty much responding now that I've been kind of pushing people to respond to my emails. I contact anyone who's attended a meeting since January by their preferred method of contact. That was part of my new sign-in sheet. A lot of people, I've said, do you want to be texted? Do you want to be called? Do you want to be emailed? Do you want to be Facebook message? Because I would do all of those things. And even then, I'm still not getting the responses that we need. So, I can try calling a few people, like I said, but I don't think it's going to make a huge difference.
Well, and again, as we heard at the EC summer meeting, Volusia and Orlando, and
Yeah, it's everybody.
it's across the board right now with all the chapters, the membership participation being down, and of course, influx of moving. Like you guys moved here, and then you had a new date come in. So unfortunately, we're just all in a state of transition and influx right now. So.
So, upcoming events.
Hold on. Pause. Stop. New cut.